Once upon a time, in a small village, there lived a rich woman named Neoma. She was known for her beautiful clothes and big house. Neoma had many maids who worked for her, but she was not kind to them. She would often shout and scold them, making them feel sad and scared. One day, Neoma hired a new maid named Akira. Akira was a young and gentle girl who always tried her best. But Neoma was not happy with Akira's work, no matter how hard she tried. She would often beat and scold Akira, making her feel very sad and alone. Neoma's behavior towards Akira got worse every day. She would make Akira work from dawn till dusk, without any rest or food. Akira would often cry herself to sleep at night, her body aching from the hard work and her heart heavy with sadness. One day, while Akira was working in the kitchen, she accidentally broke one of Neoma's expensive plates. Neoma was furious. She beat Akira mercilessly, leaving her lying on the floor, covered in blood and bruises. As Akira lay there, she couldn't help but think of her poor mother, who had sent her to work for Neoma to help support their family. Akira's mother had always told her to be kind and respectful, no matter how difficult life got. But Akira couldn't take it anymore. She slowly got up, gathered her belongings, and ran out of the house, not knowing where she would go or what would happen next. As she ran, Akira stumbled upon a small river and decided to follow it. She walked for hours, the cool water and peaceful surroundings soothing her battered body and soul. Eventually, she came across a small village, where she met a kind old woman named Mama Uju. Mama Uju took Akira in, fed her, and nursed her back to health. Akira told her everything that had happened, and Mama Uju listened with a warm and understanding heart. But what Akira didn't know was that Mama Uju had a secret. Mama Uju took Akira under her wing, teaching her about herbs, healing, and the secrets of the forest. Akira thrived in her new home, finally feeling loved and cared for. She helped Mama Uju with her chores, learned how to make traditional medicine, and even assisted with delivering babies in the village. As the months passed, Akira grew stronger and more confident. She began to notice strange occurrences in the village, though. People would come to Mama Uju with strange ailments, and she would cure them with her special medicine. Akira wondered how Mama Uju knew so much about healing and the forest. One day, while they were out gathering herbs, Akira asked Mama Uju about her past. Mama Uju smiled and said, "My child, I have a story to tell you. A story about a rich woman who once mistreated a young maid." Akira's heart skipped a beat. "What do you mean, Mama Uju?" she asked, her curiosity piqued. Mama Uju looked at her with a knowing gaze. "I mean that I know who you are, Akira. I know what happened to you at Neoma's house. And I know that Neoma is my own daughter." Akira's eyes widened in shock. "Your daughter? But why didn't you tell me? Why didn't you do anything to stop her?" Mama Uju sighed, her eyes filled with tears. "I tried, Akira. I tried to teach Neoma kindness and compassion, but she refused to listen. She chose to follow her father's path, a path of wealth and power, no matter the cost. But I couldn't give up on her. I've been waiting for the right moment to confront her, and I think that moment is coming soon." Mama Uju's words left Akira stunned. She couldn't believe that the kind woman who had taken her in was the mother of the cruel Neoma. Akira's mind raced with questions, but before she could ask any, Mama Uju continued. "Akira, I want you to know that you are not just any ordinary girl. You have a special gift, a gift of healing and compassion. I've seen it in you, and I've been teaching you how to harness it. But there's more to your story, more to your past." Akira's curiosity was piqued. "What do you mean, Mama Uju? What about my past?" Mama Uju smiled mysteriously. "All in good time, my child. First, we need to prepare for Neoma's arrival. She'll be coming soon, and we must be ready. Akira's heart skipped a beat. She wasn't sure if she was ready to face Neoma again, but she trusted Mama Uju. Together, they began to prepare the village for Neoma's visit. They cleaned the huts, cooked delicious food, and gathered the elders to discuss the situation. As they walked, Akira noticed strange occurrences around the village. Tools would move on their own, and strange noises could be heard in the forest. She mentioned it to Mama Uju, who simply smiled and said, "The spirits are restless. They sense change is coming." One night, as they sat by the fire, Mama Uju began to tell Akira a story. A story about a young girl, born with a special gift, a gift that could heal the deepest wounds. A girl who was taken from her family and forced to work for a wealthy family, a family who didn't appreciate her worth. Mama Uju's story was like a puzzle, slowly revealing the truth about Akira's past. Akira listened intently, her heart racing with excitement and fear. She couldn't believe what she was hearing, that she was born with a special gift, that she was taken from her family, and that she was meant for something greater. As Mama Uju finished her story, the village elder, Boba Okoro, approached them. "Mama Uju, the time has come. Neoma's carriage has been spotted on the horizon." Mama Uju nodded, her eyes gleaming with determination. "Akira, it's time to face your past. Are you ready?" Akira took a deep breath and nodded. She was ready to face Neoma, to confront the woman who had mistreated her for so long. But she was also scared. What if Neoma refused to listen? What if she denied everything? As they walked to the village entrance, Akira saw Neoma's carriage approaching. Neoma stepped out, her face stern and unyielding. Behind her stood her father, his eyes cold and calculating. Neoma sneered at Akira. "You think you can defeat me, you little maid? I'll never let you win." Akira stood tall, her heart pounding in her chest. "I'm not afraid of you, Neoma. I know the truth now. I know who I am, and I won't let you silence me." Neoma snarled, but before she could speak, Mama Uju intervened. "Enough, Neoma. It's time for the truth to come out. Let's gather the villagers and settle this once and for all." The villagers gathered around, their faces curious and concerned. Mama Uju began to speak, her voice clear and strong. "Neoma, you have mistreated Akira for far too long. You've denied her her rightful place and silenced her voice. But today, we gather to restore justice and balance." Mama Uju's words echoed through the village, and the villagers nodded in agreement. Neoma's face twisted in anger, but she knew she was outnumbered. Her father, however, seemed unconcerned, his eyes fixed on Akira with an unnerving intensity. "Let's hear the girl's story," he said, his voice dripping with skepticism. "I'm sure it's a fascinating tale of woe and misfortune." Akira took a deep breath and began to speak, her voice clear and strong. She told them about her life at Neoma's estate, about the endless chores and the cruel treatment. She told them about the day she broke the plate and was beaten, and about her escape to the river. As she spoke, the villagers' faces grew more and more outraged. They murmured among themselves, their voices rising in anger. Neoma's father, however, remained unmoved, his eyes never leaving Akira's face. When Akira finished speaking, Mama Uju nodded. "You see, Neoma, your actions have consequences. You've hurt this girl deeply, and now it's time to make amends." Neoma snorted. "Amends? You expect me to apologize to a mere maid?" Mama Uju's eyes flashed with anger. "Akira is no mere maid, Neoma. She's a young woman with a special gift, a gift that could bring healing and hope to our village. And you've tried to silence her, to keep her from fulfilling her destiny." The villagers nodded in agreement, their faces set with determination. Neoma's father, however, took a step forward, his eyes glinting with a sinister light. "I don't think so," he said, his voice low and menacing. Akira's gift is too powerful, too dangerous. She's a threat to our way of life, and she must be stopped. Akira's heart skipped a beat. She knew she was in grave danger. But she refused to back down, refused to let Neoma's father silence her. She stood tall, her eyes locked on his, and said, "I won't be silenced. I won't be stopped. I'll fulfill my destiny, no matter what you do." Neoma's father sneered at Akira, his eyes glinting with contempt. "You're just a foolish girl, thinking you can defy me. But I'll show you the true meaning of power." He raised his hand, and his henchmen moved forward, surrounding Akira. The villagers tried to intervene, but they were outnumbered and outmatched. Neoma's father began to chant, his voice rising and falling in a hypnotic rhythm. Akira felt a strange energy building around her, a dark and malevolent force that sought to consume her. She tried to resist, but it was too powerful. She felt herself being lifted off the ground, suspended in midair as Neoma's father continued to chant. Suddenly, Mama Uju appeared beside her, her eyes blazing with a fierce light. She raised her hands, and a counter-energy burst forth, neutralizing Neoma's father's spell. Akira felt herself being lowered back to the ground, gasping with relief. Neoma's father snarled, his face twisted in rage. "You'll pay for that, Mama Uju," he spat. "You'll pay dearly." Mama Uju stood tall, her eyes never leaving his face. "I'm not afraid of you," she said. "I know the truth, and I'll make sure it's revealed." The villagers cheered, their voices ringing out across the village. Neoma's father's face turned red with anger, but he knew he was beaten. He turned and strode away, his henchmen following close behind. As they disappeared into the distance, Mama Uju turned to Akira. "You're safe now, child," she said. "But the journey ahead won't be easy. Are you prepared to face what's coming?" Akira nodded, her heart still racing from the encounter. "I'm ready," she said. "I won't let Neoma's father silence me. I'll fulfill my destiny, no matter what." Mama Uju smiled, her eyes shining with pride. "I knew you had it in you, Akira. Now, let's get ready for the next step in your journey." Mama Uju led Akira to a small hut on the outskirts of the village. Inside, the air was thick with the scent of herbs and incense. Akira's eyes adjusted slowly, and she saw a figure sitting in the shadows. "Oh, Akira," the figure said, its voice low and soothing. "I've been waiting for you." Akira's heart skipped a beat as the figure stepped forward. It was an old woman, her face lined with age and wisdom. She wore a crown of feathers and carried a staff adorned with shells. "This is Mama Nzinga," Mama Uju said. "She's a powerful healer and seer. She'll help you unlock your true potential." Mama Nzinga nodded, her eyes gleaming with a deep understanding. "Yes, child. You have a special gift. A gift that could bring hope and healing to our people." Akira felt a surge of excitement and trepidation. She knew she was on the brink of something big, something that could change her life forever. Mama Nzinga began to chant, her voice weaving a spell of protection and guidance. Akira felt a strange energy building inside her, a power that threatened to overflow. Suddenly, visions began to flash before her eyes, images of a great river, a mighty tree, and a people united in peace and harmony. Akira gasped, her heart racing with excitement. "What does it mean?" she asked, turning to Mama Nzinga. The old woman smiled, her eyes twinkling with wisdom. "It means you're ready, Akira. Ready to fulfill your destiny and bring hope to our people." Mama Nzinga's words echoed in Akira's mind long after the vision faded. She felt a sense of purpose, a sense of direction she had never known before. She was no longer just a mere maid, but a vessel for something greater. Over the next few days, Akira trained with Mama Nzinga, learning the secrets of the ancient ones. She discovered she had a natural talent for healing and divination, and her powers grew stronger with each passing day. As she honed her skills, Akira began to see the world in a new light. She saw the intricate web of life, the delicate balance of nature, and the interconnectedness of all living things. One day, Mama Nzinga led her to a hidden clearing deep in the forest. In the center of the clearing stood an enormous tree, its branches reaching towards the sky like giant arms. "This is the tree of life," Mama Nzinga said, her voice full of reverence. "Here, you will find the answers you seek." Akira approached the tree, feeling its energy coursing through her veins. She reached out and touched the trunk, and suddenly, visions flooded her mind once more. She saw a great river, flowing through the heart of the land. She saw a people united, living in harmony with nature. And she saw herself, standing at the forefront of a new era, an era of peace and prosperity. As Akira stood before the tree of life, she felt a sense of wonder and awe wash over her. She knew that she had been chosen for a great purpose, a purpose that would bring hope and healing to her people. Mama Nzinga placed a gentle hand on her shoulder. "You have seen the vision, Akira. Now, you must embark on the journey." Akira nodded, her heart pounding with excitement and trepidation. She knew that the road ahead would be fraught with challenges and dangers, but she was ready. With Mama Nzinga's guidance, Akira set out on her quest. She traveled through treacherous mountains and dark forests, facing countless obstacles along the way. But she persevered, fueled by her determination and the power of the Tree of Life. As she journeyed, Akira discovered that she possessed a special gift, the ability to communicate with the creatures of the forest. The animals and birds became her allies, offering her wisdom and protection in times of need. One day, after many moons of traveling, Akira came upon a great river. It was the same river she had seen in her vision, and she knew that she had finally reached her destination. But as she stood on the riverbank, Akira realized that her journey was far from over. The river was treacherous, and the current was strong. She would need all her courage and cunning to cross it safely. Akira took a deep breath and began to cross the river, using her wits and cunning to navigate the treacherous waters. She encountered many challenges along the way, but with the help of her animal friends, she finally reached the other side. As she emerged from the river, Akira saw a beautiful garden stretching out before her. In the center of the garden stood a magnificent tree, its branches heavy with fruit. Suddenly, a figure appeared before her. It was an old man with a kind face and a long white beard. "Welcome, Akira," he said. "I have been waiting for you. You have proven yourself to be brave, clever, and determined. Now, you must learn the final lesson." Akira listened intently as the old man taught her about the importance of sharing her gifts and knowledge with others. He showed her how the tree in the garden was nourished by the river, and how its fruit was sweet and abundant because it was shared among all the creatures of the forest. The moral of your journey, Akira, is that our gifts and talents are not just for our own benefit, but for the benefit of others as well. By sharing what we have, we create a world of abundance and harmony. And with that, Akira's journey came to an end. She returned to her village, where she was welcomed as a hero. She shared her knowledge and gifts with her people, and soon the entire village was thriving. The moral lesson of Akira's story is that our gifts and talents are not just for our own benefit, but for the benefit of others as well. By sharing what we have, we create a world of abundance and harmony. Thanks for watching. What lesson did you learn from Akira and her journey to fulfill her destiny? Share your thoughts in the comments below. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and click on the notification bell to show your support for our channel. See you in the next video.